So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about nothing that nothing you're used to hearing from me. I know a lot of you are young, less than 17, around there. And I want to talk to you a little bit about image, worrying about what other people think, how that affects you. In high school, I got along with everybody. I wasn't stuck in any particular group. I was a small part of every group. Now my high school wasn't that big. It was like 500 kids. I know some of your schools are ridiculous. To me, if I went to your high school, I would probably be lost and scared, honest. I grew up in a little town of 300 people. To put that in perspective. For the first, 12 years of my life, I lived in a town of 300, and I went to school in a little city of 5,000. And the city I currently live in is maybe 250,000. Some of you are probably laughing right now, but that's just life where I am. Prairies, Canada. We have nowhere near as many people as you guys have. But yeah, in high school I was a part of every group. People may have said things about me behind my back. If they did, I don't know what they were, good or bad. But I had a place with the jocks, the library nerds, there's those people that like to drink. They're kind of in between. They don't really take part in sports, but they're not really nerds. But they drink and party a lot. Got along with them. Got along with the people that slacked off and didn't care about school, or got along with the people that really cared about school a lot. Got along with the anime nerds, the game nerds. Got along with the musicians. I was in choir. I knew people that were in band. I went to a couple of performances and hung out with them. I've even been part of the loiter people, sitting on street corners in evenings, doing nothing, but enjoying each other's company. I was never a smoker, but I fucking stood in the smoker circle, just to talk to people. High school wasn't difficult for me like it is for a lot of people. I didn't like it. I didn't get straight A's or anything. But I was kind of a social chameleon, as I like to refer to myself as. Got along with everybody. And if people didn't like me, they never told me about it. I know lots of people thought I was weird, in some ways. I very well may be bipolar in some ways. Sometimes I'm really quiet, antisocial, don't want to talk to anybody. Sometimes I'm really weird and outgoing, and I'll say anything, do anything. I'll act strange in public, sing in public. Sometimes I'm hyper. Sometimes I'm depressed, you know? So I don't know if that's bipolar or not. If someone, I think that's just called being a human. Your moods change. But I think my moods fluctuate so much that people noticed it in high school. Because I would be known to some people as the guy that sits in the library and reads. And someone will sit down next to me, say hi, I'd be like, hey. That's where the conversation would end. And then at the same time, I could be the guy in the lunchroom. Hey, how's it going, man? Yeah, come sit down. Jokes and shit. And at the same time, I could just get along with everybody. It's like I molded my personality around the person that was talking to me. I can talk and be whatever's appropriate for a situation, if you know what I mean. And the only way to show that is to just really watch people at your school, because I'm sure there's a few people like that, and there's also a few people that are usually the odd man out, that only act one way. Now, there are the jocks, people that are into sports and stuff. They only have to act one way, but their whole group only acts one way, and they exclude everyone else. It's just their thing. Then you have the really awkward people that are really stuck in their views. And if anyone disagrees with their views, they make some sort of scene. It's kind of like if someone disagreed with me about video games. Okay? This person doesn't play video games. I would be like, what do you do in your spare time? I like to go drinking on the weekends and I play baseball. This is the other person talking. And then they'd be like, what do you like to do? I play a lot of video games. I like to make videos. And those are my main hobbies. I do a lot of things with the computer, and I play the harmonica, and I like to hang out with my friends when I can. But most of the time I talk to my friends on the computer, and some people just can't understand that at all. Now, to them, I have no life. To my friends, I'm just part of the group. Now, when they say they don't really play games, I don't say, why don't you play games? Well, sometimes I will. It might be funny. Why don't you play games? Who doesn't play games in this day and age? Well, you don't play games? Okay, let me guess. You've played Mario in your life? Okay, you play games. Or for example, console versus PC. I'm quite spoiled when it comes to PC. I can't go back to console anymore. Honestly, I tried playing Red Dead on PlayStation 3. I couldn't do it. I can't use fucking analog. It's too slow for me. Like, I'm not an amazing FPS player on the PC by any means, but I can't play them on the console at all, and I just don't want to. It's so terrible to me now. And you'll have people that only play console games. Like, they play like Black Ops on the console. That's fine. I don't know how they do it or why they would want to. But I don't fucking say, why do you play it on a console? What's wrong with you? You only play it on the PC. You only play it on the PC. And it's like my voice, it comes off all the time like I'm kidding. Usually, because I put in just the right amount of sarcasm. And even when I'm trying to be stern, when I'm trying to be completely emotionless in what I'm saying, people know I'm joking, because they know me. And usually if the person doesn't know me, they'll just laugh anyway. And what I'm trying to get to is that there's a certain brand of person that they really mean what they're saying. They only play games on PC, and if you play games on a console, you are an idiot. And they don't understand the simple concept of other people do different things. This can apply to anything. This can be a person that listens to a certain Japanese artist, and that Japanese artist is the greatest thing in the world. And if you don't listen to them, oh my god, what's wrong with you? And they make such a stance on what they believe in that other people see that, and they react poorly to that, and they usually make fun of that person, and then that person gets high and mighty. Like, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. It's really hard to describe people. Like, I'm finding it's very difficult to describe people. But there's just this one particular type of person that I understand them, but I can't get my mind around why they do what they do to themselves. Because if they would just be more open to things, people are more receptive to that, and they'll leave you alone. But if you are so stuck on your view, it's like religion. Jesus Christ is always right. Everything in the Bible is the only way to be. People like us, you and me, we react poorly to that. We're like, what the hell? That story doesn't even make sense. Where's God? These 10 commandments, why are you living by them when he doesn't punish you? The commandments are good, whatever. But the simple fact that people do these deeds in the first place and don't get punished by God should be a sign. Is God dead? Don't have that conversation with a religious person. Yeah. I kind of started to ramble there. It's just that one type of person. We all know who they are. We've run into them. Excuse me while I pick my ear. We all know who they are. Now, the way you react to this type of person depends on you. But I want to challenge you to not react in a negative way. When this person is stuck on whatever it is they're stuck on, I want you to be receptive of that and understanding. Because some people are just different than you. And if you're like me, it's way easier for you to just give them some slack. Some people just aren't willing to give anyone else slack on anything. And I think that's too bad, because there are people who are capable of that and they just don't do it. Because they're narcissistic, high and mighty, their way has to be the right way. Right? Now what you can try to do is help the other person expand their mind by explaining to them different views and how everything is valid. Or offer them your opinion and see what they think of that. Some of them won't listen to that at all, and they'll probably hate you for it. This is all very vague. I know that. I know that half of this probably doesn't make sense if you don't have it in your mindset what I'm trying to talk about. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I really understand, and I'm sorry that this doesn't make sense to you. But for the few of you that know what I'm trying to say, just think about it. Give those people that don't have an open mind a benefit of the doubt. Don't react poorly to things. Like, there are people out there that they're so ignorant. And I don't mean intelligence-wise. Sometimes it is intelligence, don't get me wrong. But it's like I work at a grocery store. And when you work at a place like that, you go to your job. There's a few people you like. There's a lot of people that you have nothing to do with. There's people there twice my age, 3 times my age. We don't got much to say to each other, yo. Hey, how's it going? Have a great day. The end. Some people around my age, are you gonna play Dragon Age 2, man? Oh my god, it looks so good. You got Killzone 3? What'd you think? I hated Killzone. How could you like that? Oh yeah, Bioshock. Then you got people that you don't really know, nothing in common with, that want to be your friend. Like, I don't even know if they want to be your friend, but they just want to talk to you. And these people are just so ignorant that they talk, and they say, this one guy, don't know him, don't know anything about him, seen him around, we work in the same place. Hey Kyle, want to take a break and play some checkers? No, I don't think I do. And I said it pretty much like that. I was kind of rude. I was like, no, I don't want to play checkers. Checkers? Really? Excuse me while I play a game on my iPhone. Kyle, listen to this joke. Seriously. I'm walking by, I got my, like, pallet jack, my electric pallet jack, filled with, like, a big thing of ice cream or whatever, and I'm taking it out to the floor because some old lady is about to kick my ass because she can't get her 4 liters of vanilla ice cream. I'm stopped. People are trying to get by my fucking pallet. I stop because this guy's like, Kyle, hey, I got a joke for you. I stop. I'm this kind of guy. I'll be like, tell me your joke. People are trying to get by. No, just wait. He has a joke to tell me. No, I'm serious. Long joke. 3-4 minutes. People getting pissed. This is exactly what I did, by the way. Wow, that's not funny. And then I left. I can be an asshole. And this guy's just trying to be nice. He thinks, oh, I got a funny joke. You know what? I don't give a shit about your joke. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want to go on my break within 15 minutes of you being in our fucking break area. I'm trying to be open and receptive to you. I'm trying to be nice to you. And you just won't leave me alone. Just leave me alone, man. Okay? But you'll never say that to somebody. It's like, you can't do that. I don't know why. People are so afraid of telling others what they actually want. It's like, okay, I don't want to talk to you at all. Because the guy's nice. But the way he tries to interact with you is so ridiculously awkward that people will make fun of him behind his back and think he's a dumbass. But he's nice. But he's a dumbass. He's weirdest guy. And that's a lot of people. But it's those people you gotta try to not react poorly to, but you do anyway. You just become an asshole without even trying. The guy doesn't really do anything and you're an asshole to him because of the way he's acting towards you. And in some ways that's okay. Because they're... I don't know. Try not to react too poorly. Because some people are just so ridiculously ignorant that, like, they're not really worth the time of fighting with or anything like that, or telling off or saying, listen, I don't want to talk to you. Because then they'll be like, why? And then you'll have to explain. Checkers, really? Checkers. Have I ever expressed any interest in board games in your general direction? Everyone does hate this guy, by the way. That guy. Everyone hates him. And just because he's so many things like that. And I don't mind the guy, he's whatever. Just leave me alone. It's those people I don't get. They don't have a part of their brain that tells them, it's like, not your conscience, but it's like what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. They don't have that. You know what I'm trying to say? People are weird. There's no getting around it. People are weird. I'm done. By the way, my Warcraft guild is actually filling out quite well. 80 members and counting. Not bad. Join today. Sargeras US Horde message booty pants. Okay, I won't end it that way. But you guys are young. Try to grow into someone that knows what's appropriate and doesn't react poorly to ignorant people. Try not to be the asshole if you can avoid it. If anything, try to be indifferent, because that's what I am in most situations. People will complain to me about somebody, and I'll be like, oh, that doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but I understand why you're mad. I say stuff like that all the time. You know what? I disagree, but I know what you mean. I think I would probably do it this way, but I know why you would want to do it that way. See, stuff like that can take you a long way when it comes to talking to people. Because there's probably 4 or 5 sides to everything. Different views, angles to look at certain things. It's never black and white. There's always shades of gray. Many different shades of gray. There's never a clear right and wrong. Never. Like, even when it comes to killing people, there's never really a clear right and wrong. You could probably give the most fucked up scenario ever. Do it in the comments below. I'll try to come up with a twist to why that scenario is okay. It's probably not that hard to do, no matter how sick and messed up you make it. But this video is getting probably pretty ridiculously long. I'm gonna go back to watching Glee. They're actually singing one of my favorite older songs by the Monkees. Oh, I could hide beneath the wings of a bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring. Oh, but it rings, and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. The shaven razor's cold and it stings. Ba-da-ba-da-da. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. No, what can it mean? Do what a dream, but live under. It's another thing too about singing. You always sing way better when you're by yourself, and when you all of a sudden have someone hear you, you turn it into a joke. It's like, Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You know what I mean? Everyone does that. It's like you can be really into a song. I would stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you are sleeping, while you're far away and dreaming. I will live my life in this sweet surrender. Oh, I'm just having fun, baby. Yeah, I'm just kidding around. I don't really sing like serious and shit. I don't get into songs. That's lame. Love Aerosmith. Way too long. Peace out. Walking over here, gonna turn off the camera. Peace.